My books are open for the first round of bookings in 2026. I'm currently taking clients for January through March. I have everything available from full natal rundowns and career readings to an analysis of the asteroid goddesses and Eros. I also have a catalog of one-off astrological classes you can currently take with me. Thank you to everyone who already booked. I see a lot of my Saturn and Aries. People are getting their readings in for what Saturn and Aries is going to bring. If you want to know about my bookings sooner than when I announce it randomly on the podcast, make sure you're on my mailing list. I hope to meet with you soon, but for now, let's get into this week's forecast. If you're listening to this in real time, then this is the last day of Capricorn season, and we have a potent new moon in Capricorn happening today. This new moon is important for a few reasons, the main one being that it's the last Saturn-ruled lunar event that occurs while transiting Saturn is still in Pisces. This is the last hurrah for Saturn in Pisces. We have less than a month until Saturn ingresses into Aries, so this new moon is going to be bringing a fresh perspective to Saturn's agenda and helping us to wrap things up within the realm of Pisces and just getting ready to move on. The realm of Capricorn is the main area you'll see the new moon's energy take place, but we should really take the realm of Pisces into consideration as well, since this is a Saturn-ruled lunar event. This new moon is all about planning ahead, planning for the future. New moons in general are a time of regeneration, restoring our energy, and renewing our sense of direction or goals. Even though this is a detrimental new moon because the moon has a hard time in Capricorn, it doesn't matter. We don't care about that. All that means is we need to be more logical and call upon accumulated wisdom to help us figure out the path ahead. Saturn has been in Pisces for 2 years now, so we're at the end of our journey. We know what's up. We should have learned a thing or two, and now this new moon is creating space for us to use that thing or two in a very constructive way. The new moon is also trining Uranus, which is another cycle that's coming to a close in a couple months. Uranus has been in Taurus since 2018, 2019 officially, without the retrograde dips. The realm of Taurus is another area of accumulated wisdom that we need to consider when making our plans. Now, the wisdom of Saturn and the wisdom of Uranus are very, very different. Saturn's is more, I'll say, traditional and straightforward, and Uranus is more like wild wisdom. I go over this more in depth in the lunar horoscopes, but let me give you a real-life example to make it sound not so heady, not so up in the air. The new moon is in my 4th house. Saturn has been in my 6th house, and Uranus has been in my 8th house. I reached out to a realtor recently during all those Capricorn cazimis a few weeks ago, and we've been chatting and getting things set up to house hunt later this year. At the end of last week, I reached out to the mortgage broker and got that ball rolling as well. I'm really setting intentions around home life and foundations. Where the accumulated wisdom comes in is that back in 2019, I had done this process before with my ex-husband, knowing what I know now and the life I want to live and also the work I'm doing now, because I was still a scientist back then as well. This new moon is setting me up for a second chance at finding a home that's better suited to my work goals and my life situation and just the foundations that I want to build. Debts, loans, and mortgages, those are all 8th house where Uranus has been, and service to others and work life is where Saturn has been for me and where that's coming in. I feel like context and examples can bring the picture together, so hopefully that quick example helps to illustrate what I mean when I say accumulated wisdom and creating a plan during the new moon. Today, or Sunday's new moon, carries the energy of setting yourself up for long-term success within the realm of Capricorn. Use the energy while it's here, because this ambitious Capricorn energy is quickly turning into thought-provoking Aquarian energy. Venus already got a head start and left Capricorn on Saturday. The Sun, Mercury, and Mars are all following suit this week, starting with the Sun. On Monday, the season of fixed air takes center stage. It officially begins. I like to say that fixed air is fixed thought. It's still a Saturn-ruled solar season, So we're not abandoning our work ethic entirely, but it will take on a different tone. Instead of being so by the book or confined by rules and convention, we're now entering the season of thinking for ourselves and stepping outside the box. Logic still reigns supreme, so if you want to do something offbeat or be super unique, you still have to make it make sense. Both Capricorn and Aquarius transits are about progress, so that theme is going to stick with us. Capricorn gets the ball rolling, and Aquarius keeps the ball rolling with innovative thought. These Aquarius transits will be about taking the ideas we had in Capricorn season and making them better, giving them more reach, and creating an air of authenticity around them that is unique to us. Aquarius doesn't have to adhere to the rules like Capricorn does, neither does it want to. So as long as you can make an argument for it, Aquarius is in. So we have the Sun ingressing into Aquarius on Monday, Mercury on Tuesday, and Mars on Friday. This turns the Capricorn gang into the Aquarius gang. Mercury following the Sun so closely means we're getting another cazimi as well. There will be a Mercury cazimi on Wednesday, right in the middle of the week. This is going to kickstart those themes of Aquarius that I mentioned: idea generation, authentic expression, investigation of facts, learning more about a person, a process, a system, a place, a thing, and even just being more community-minded. How this actually manifests and which one of those qualities is the most prominent for you, that's going to be associated with the house that Aquarius rules for you personally. Before the Capricorn gang turned into the Aquarius gang, there wasn't a ton happening in Aquarius, but there was one planet hanging out there: Pluto. Pluto has been fully seated in Aquarius since 2023, 2024, depending on the retrograde cycle. So either way, it's fresh by Pluto's standards, because Pluto moves pretty slow. It's still in the very early degrees, sitting at around 3 degrees of Aquarius. That means that as soon as the Capricorn gang saunters into Aquarius and becomes the Aquarius gang, they're met by a bouncer named Pluto. I've known many a bouncer in my day as a wild Sagittarius, and I can say I would have thought it was so cool if a bouncer had actually been named Pluto. The Mercury cazimi is happening within range of Pluto, so I want to take it into account. Pluto isn't in Club Cazimi, but it's standing guard outside. This bouncer analogy is pretty handy. Pluto's standing guard outside Club Cazimi means that Mercury and the Sun will be highlighting the thought-provoking nature of Mercury in Aquarius. Just knowing something isn't good enough. It's not good enough to just have the facts or be given the information. We need to know the who, what, where, why, when, and how in order to feel fully mentally prepared, mentally sated. Mercury has a lot of roles, and the sign Mercury inhabits often shows us which role Mercury is taking on, and also where and what our minds are currently fixated on. Again, fixed thought, fixed air. When Mercury is transiting Aquarius, it puts on its thinking cap. This comes in the form of either the hard logic scientist or the deep-reaching conspiracy theorist, and sometimes they're one and the same. Logic, reason, and bringing truth and clarity to the bigger picture, that's what this cazimi is going to be about. Pluto's role in the cazimi is about adding a little bit of spice. I'm a traditional astrologer, but I do try to bring the generational planets into the mix when they're making themselves very apparent. Pluto's agenda in Aquarius for the next 17 years will be focused on technology advancement, government shifts and revealing the truth, AI issues, and scientific breakthroughs. That's on a more global scale. So when we distill Pluto's Aquarian agenda into the personal planet's business, like this week's cazimi, we'll see the desire to innovate, optimize, and have mental breakthroughs within the area that Aquarius rules for us. It's not going to be super groundbreaking on a personal level, but it can be something really helpful or innovative to you personally. After the cazimi, both the Sun and Mercury will pass over Pluto later in the week. Venus will have already been conjunct Pluto earlier in the week, I think sometime around Monday or Tuesday. So everyone is checking in with Pluto and having a little power surge moment before getting too far along in Aquarius. Venus's conjunction earlier in the week will be geared towards either making business deals or personal relationship dynamics. If it happens to be business deals for you, make sure you get all the information, ask all the questions, be annoying, be inquisitive, empower yourself with knowledge and facts, and then strike the deal. If it's manifesting as something more personal, relationship-wise, you might be readjusting power dynamics in relationships, taking back your power in relationships. But either way, whether it's business or pleasure, make sure you have all the facts and make sure that you are empowering yourself with knowledge. This week, we're continuing on with what we set into motion during Capricorn season. Sunday's new moon is the last step of one journey and the first step of another. Even if you aren't into manifesting or things like that, that's okay. This isn't a woo-woo moon, and these aren't woo-woo transits. This is about taking stock of the facts as we know them, creating a long-term plan to move forward, and then getting curious, scientific, or bringing our own unique spin to things as Aquarius season takes hold. Have a great week. Try to reflect on the realm of Capricorn and make a game plan. I promise it'll be of use in the coming month, if not months. Thank you for tuning into this week's forecast. If you want a more detailed look at what this week's astro weather holds for you personally, go to my website, moonmattersastrology.com, and sign up to receive my zine. You can also find me on Patreon by searching for Moon Matters. The best way to keep up to date with my work or to book a reading with me is to sign up for my mailing list on my website. I'll meet you back here next week, but until next time, later days.